Hey, what's up, vinyl community and everybody out there in YouTube land? It is Kendall Stokes coming to you with another video for the Spin Doctor and his Vinyl Mayhem YouTube channel. Sorry, my cat is distracting me. Hoping she doesn't knock over my records. But today, it's November 5th, so I figured I would do a November vinyl finds video. Sorry, she really is like interested in what's going on, so it's kind of catching me off guard here. Sorry. Anyway, I think November, or I'm sorry, I said it was a November vinyl finds, but it's actually an October vinyl finds. And October was a really good month for vinyl, for records. I picked up a lot of good stuff, I think, this month, and I'm just going to try to really quickly go through what I got. Man, I'll tell you what, I really wish they would quit doing what they're doing, but I understand it. The last 3 months of the year, they just packed so much good stuff into new releases. October, there were a lot of great new releases. November, there's so many great new releases. And December, there's so many great new releases. So I spend way too much money on records the last 3 months of the year. And so I picked up some used stuff, but there's a lot of new stuff here from last month. And November is going to be the same way. There's going to be a lot of new stuff. And I think December is going to be the same way too. So yeah, anyway. So yeah, real quick, I picked this up. I did a video on it, so I'm not going to go into detail. I really enjoyed this. Great to have this box set of the Hagar era of Van Halen. If you haven't seen that video, go back and check it out. I go into detail, pretty good detail, I think, of that box set and what I like about it. I think it's great. Also picked up the new Rival Sons that came out this month, or last month. Man, I need to get that right. Lightbringer, I think it's great. I did a comparison with this and their other new one, the Dark Fighter that came out earlier in June. This one's great as well too, but I did give the slight edge to Dark Fighter. Rival Sun is just a great band. Check out that video as well. Picked this up from Record Bar. Zac Brown, The Foundation. Man, what is the heck? Excuse me while a plane goes by. That doesn't happen very often, so kind of weird. But yeah, this is the reissue of Zac Brown Band, The Foundation. Their first record. Long overdue to have this back in print. This is such an awesome album. So many great songs on this. Holy cow. Anyway, sorry for that distraction. But yeah, so many great songs on this, obviously. Just a great album. And it's on this plum colored vinyl. Sounds phenomenal. Wasn't sure how it was going to sound, but it sounds great. If you can still pick this up, I would encourage you guys to. I know there was a couple different variants, one from the website, I think one from Amazon and one from Walmart, and then the indie store exclusive as well. Picked this up a while back. I did a soundtracks video, and I showed one of the soundtracks was the Rocky V soundtrack, which is my favorite Rocky movie. Well, that's not my favorite soundtrack from the series. This one actually is. I didn't have a copy of it, but I was able to pick this up for a song and a dance. Rocky IV, my favorite, one of my all-time favorite soundtracks. But this is by far the best soundtrack from the series of all the Rocky movies, I think. All the great hits on this one. I mean, obviously you have Eye of the Tigers on this one, but you have Burning Heart by Survivor as well. Hearts on Fire by John Cafferty, which also, John Cafferty, if you don't know, did the theme from, what's that one, the Eddie and the Cruisers. He's the guy that did that. But you got Living in America, obviously, great James Brown track. And then my personal favorite, No Easy Way Out. Love that song. One thing I miss that you don't see in movies anymore, at least not like they used to be, are 80s montages. You know, the movie montage were so big back in the 80s. You know, guys training and, you know, doing all that kind of stuff. And obviously Rocky, you know, that was so big in the Rocky movies. But the 80s montage where they would play great music and you see a guy train, get ready for a fight, or just, you know, they get ready for the big battle or whatever. And Rocky, obviously, so many, this one had like 2 main montages. And obviously the one with No Easy Way Out after Apollo died, spoiler alert. And then obviously the other one when he's in Russia and he's training and Hearts on Fire is playing. So yeah, just such a great soundtrack. Also picked this up used, an original copy of Aerosmith Rocks. I told you I was trying to pick up as many of the originals and not the reissues just because cheaper. And this is a great clean copy of Rocks. This one I think is another underappreciated Aerosmith album. Back in the Saddle, Last Child, 2 awesome tracks on this one. And then some lesser known ones, Rats in the Cellar I think is really good. And then Sick as a Dog, really good. And Nobody's Fault and Get the Let Out are really good ones as well. Like I said, really great Aerosmith album that I don't think gets the credit. But yeah, so good stuff. October, obviously, we celebrate Rocktober and the great releases. So many great releases on Rocktober. I know a lot of people say, oh, those are stuff that, you know, we see all the time. Well, and that's true. Are we kidding me? Another freaking plane? I have no idea what's going on right now. This is insane. I swear this never happens. And of course I make a video and it's happening. Anyway, one of the Rocktober ones I picked up, something you see probably all the time, and you know, I could easily get a used copy, but I wanted to get a new copy just because I really wanted like a perfect copy, and that's the Cars Greatest Hits. And I know you're thinking, what? Why? I like the Cars, but not enough to have all of their albums. To me, I had the CD, and I loved the CD, and I wanted it on vinyl. I wanted a record. And oh my gosh, every track on here is just so good. Every song is just phenomenal. This is one of those albums that you just put on and just like every song you sing along to every song. Cars, such a great band, so many great songs, and you just can't go wrong with it. It's on that Elektra label. I love, you know, even though it's not really a label anymore, I don't think. I love that they still made it. So yeah, I picked that up for October. And then also I picked up for October, I picked these up from Record Bar, by the way, in Wilmington. Shout out to those guys. This is Thank You by Stone Temple Pilots. This has never been on vinyl until this past October. This is their greatest hits. And when it comes to Stone Temple Pilots, I'm good with the greatest hits. Their first 2 records to me are really their only good records. And then they had a couple good songs on some of their other albums. Ooh, my cat decided to join me. This is Belle. Say hello, Belle. She won't say nothing, obviously, but this was my mom's cat. And she decided to latch on to me after my mom died. So we got her. Anyway, and so I was excited. I mean, I had this CD, and so I wanted to pick this up for October. It's 2 LP. Obviously, you know, Stone Temple Pilots, a lot of great songs. I love the fact that the acoustic version of Plush is on here. But you know, so many great songs: Creep, Vaseline, Sex Type Thing, Interstate Love Song, Big Empty, Plush, Wicked Garden. You know, just a great compilation. Stone Temple Pilots, you know, just a great band. That 90s. They weren't really grunge in my opinion. They get lumped into that, but I don't think they were grunge. But anyway, really happy to pick this up. So then I also picked this up. Dire Straits, Money for Nothing. This was the reissue that came out earlier this year. It's on black vinyl. This isn't the colored variant. But huge Dire Straits fan. I love Mark Knopfler's guitar playing, and this has all the greats on it. You know, my favorite I've talked about before. My favorite record of theirs is actually Making Movies, and Romeo and Juliet. That's on here, but obviously all the greats: Money for Nothing, Walk of Life, Sultans of Swing, Private Investigations, Telegraph Road, the live remix, Brothers in Arms, you know, ton of love, just great stuff. This is the, like I said, this is the remix, or not the remix, this is the reissue that came out, mastered by Bob Ludwig, cut by Rennie Grunman. Sounds great. I've heard people say it doesn't sound that great. My copy sounds good. I was happy to get it. Got it on sale from Record Bar. They're having a nice, super nice sale actually. So shout out to them. Anyway, very happy to pick this up. And then the last two I'm going to show, very excited about the new Rolling Stones record. Very impressed with this record. I mean, these guys, they don't have to put out new music, but they did, and this was not a disappointment at all. So I have to say, I ordered one of the variants from their website, and I hear another plane coming, so this is ridiculous. I don't know what's going on, but it didn't ship till after the 20th when this album came out. And I was like, what the heck? And I wanted the album, so I bought this from the Record Bar, because it took forever for them to ship my variant. And plus, honestly, the variant I bought, I bought the baseball one, of course. You know, you guys know I'm a huge Orioles fan, so I bought this. And I basically bought this not to play, but to have on display, because I just think it's cool. So anyway, but I bought this to play. It's the black vinyl and all that stuff. It's not the indie exclusive or anything. So I bought this. You know, for me, this is just a novelty. You know, I think it looks cool. I was hoping that when I ordered it months ago, the Orioles were doing so well. I'm like, how awesome would it be to have the Orioles variant the year that they win the World Series? And of course, they get swept out by the Rangers, who did win the World Series. So all of you guys that have Rangers variant, congratulations, you have the Rangers variant the year they won the World Series. So anyway, but the record itself, though, back to the record itself. Talk about a very impressive record. You know, the leading singles, Angry and Sweet Sounds of Heaven, great singles. But I think Bite My Head Off with Paul McCartney is a great song. I think Live by the Sword is a really good song. Their cover of Rolling Stone Blues is really good. You know, that's the song that they were named after. It's a Muddy Waters classic. Mess It Up, I think, is really good too. This, you know, very, very good record. I was very impressed with it. And the fact that, you know, it's their first new music in 18 years. I mean, these guys are, you know, late 70s, close to 80. I think Mick just turned 80. And the fact that they still sound that good. You know, I saw these guys a couple years ago in concert, and they did not disappoint. One of the best concerts I've ever seen. So, very excited. Very great record. And then the last record, you could almost say is a grail. This is Johnny Cash, or the legendary Johnny Cash. And this came out, was in 2005. However, it was not released on vinyl until 2014. It was pressed on vinyl in 2014. It's only been pressed on vinyl once. And so these are kind of rare. And Dylan up at Noble had one last Saturday, I think it was. These aren't exactly cheap, so I did pay up for a little bit. But this is a compilation, but it's a compilation from the very start of his career till the very end. So it has like songs from his American recordings with Rick Rubin, which, you know, that was the coolest thing for me. Like, it's got Delia's Gone, Rusty Cage, I've Been Everywhere, Give My Love to Rose, The Man Comes Around, and of course Hurt. But then it's also got Cry Cry Cry, Folsom Prison, Hey Porter, Get Rhythm, you know, Big River, Ring of Fire. It's got one of my personal favorites, One Piece at a Time. It's a 2 LP. It's a gatefold. This was actually pressed at QRP, and like I said, it's a 2 LP. Only been pressed on vinyl one time in 2014. So finding these, I've never actually seen one. I priced them on eBay before and Discogs, super expensive. I did not pay those kinds of prices. Dylan had it priced very well, so I was very excited to get it. This thing's in like near mint condition, plays perfectly, super silent vinyl, great quality. So to me, this was, I mean, you could call it a grail almost. Like I said, I've never seen one in person. Very excited to get it. Because I mean, Johnny Cash has like, you know, 60 records, and you know, to try to get them all would be ridiculous. So to get a nice compilation that has everything, I mean, yeah, there's still songs on here that I don't have. I mean, like I have his Folsom Prison record, and I haven't picked up a copy of San Quentin, and there's a couple other records that I wouldn't mind getting. But you know, having this, I don't want to say it's all I need, but it's a great record to play when you're just in the mood to listen to some Johnny Cash. And so very, very excited to add this to the collection. Super, super excited about it. Like I said, it's in great, great condition. And again, just because the rarity of it makes it really, really, really cool as well. So very happy to get that. Like I said, I had this on CD back when it came out in 2005. And this came out like right after the movie came out too. Like it almost coincided with the movie. So very, very cool. Very happy to add that. So anyway, try to be quick, somewhat quick. Anyway, thanks guys for watching. Leave me a thumbs up, some comments, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let me know what you thought. Appreciate you guys watching. And until next time, I will see you later. And I'm probably going to change up the way I do some of my videos. Maybe not wait till the last to do, you know, my vinyl finds, because those make for long videos. And plus, I don't like to wait. I like to show you guys what I get when I get it most of the time. So anyway, see you next time. Bye.